Hi, this is Chales Hoskinson broadcasting live from warm, sunny Colorado. Always warm, always sunny, sometimes Colorado. Today is August 30th, 2021. Just about to go to lunch, but I wanted to make a very quick video to discuss compliance because I am seeing a lot of FUD and strange articles and bizarre things floating around from Coin Bureau and from Weiss and others. And I don't understand where it's coming from, why they think the things they think or say the things they say. But that's why I have a microphone, so I can show up and correct the record and make sure that everybody is drinking from the same cup. Okay, so every single cryptocurrency that's real, legitimate, and to scale has entities who interact with it who are regulated in some jurisdiction. Okay, that can be the United States, the European Union, other places. Every single one of those regulated entities to comply with the laws of the land require tools, capabilities, forensic items, and so forth. We call those KYT, KYC, AML, KYB, et cetera, et cetera. There are providers, organizations, standards bodies, developers who exclusively specialize in this domain for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for the rest of the gang. As Cardano has grown to such a level of prominence that it is in that same league now, those tools are now being ported, upgraded, and enhanced for those regulated actors to do what they need to do for Cardano to stay in compliance with the law. This in no way means that KYC and AML is coming into Daedalus. This in no way means KYC and AML is a prerequisite for the use of the Cardano protocol. Like TCP/IP or any other open protocol, the protocol is government and regulation agnostic. I thought this would be obvious for people, but apparently it's not. So it needs to be said. Like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, this is an open system. No one gets to decide who gets to use this system and how people get to use this system. However, regulated actors and other users who wish to do regulated activity need to go above and beyond the base programming of the underlying protocol, what we've constructed, and use tools and special software in order to stay compliant within their domain, which is why it's important for us to build relationships and partnerships with them so those tools are available where and when those particular users for those particular domains can use them for, like an ATM vendor or Coinbase or any other exchange or government agency or tax compliance, whatever these things may be. They look at these systems just like anyone else, and they're a user of these systems just like anyone else. And there are people who make millions of dollars providing infrastructure, consulting, support, and software to do these things. At no time has there ever been a discussion about pulling this into the base layer of the protocol. It's not even clear to me how such a thing would be done. And it's a fundamental misunderstanding, a lack of understanding, lack of capacity and ability of people to understand how these things apparently are different. If there was compliance in Daedalus, what regime would there be compliance under? Who would decide that? It's open source software that's completely decentralized. It's sitting in a GitHub repo at any given time. Anyone can fork that and run it with their own brand, logo, and reputation on top of it. It's not proprietary in any sense. And there are other on and off ramps into the protocol, like Yoroi, like Ada Lite, and the many other wallets that support the protocol. Or the command line interface with the node, which again supports the protocol. So exactly how is KYC-AML done for that? Think it fucking through. But apparently this fact has been lost, and I've seen it percolating all weekend long, ever since Weiss commented on this. And it's just extraordinary to me. We're doing nothing any different than what has been done already with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and these are just basic steps required to further the adoption and growth of Cardano, especially amongst regulated actors. And apparently that's lost. So I wanted to make a video to reiterate and explain. There's no KYC, AML, or regulation or compliance that's being baked at the base level of the protocol. Anyone can use it for any purpose. There are no gatekeepers. It's an open, decentralized system. There are efforts ongoing with the Cardano Foundation and other actors in the ecosystem to port existing tools, techniques, software, and capabilities to work with the Cardano blockchain so exchanges can do KYT, so exchanges can feel comfortable with KYC and AML. And of course, there are many discussions about how to bring compliance into the DeFi space, because heavy regulation is coming into the DeFi space over the next 24 months, if we are to believe the statements from the European Union and the US Treasury Department. In which case, you have to figure out, how do you even do such a thing, and how would that work so that a software developer who creates a DeFi application knows what to do if they so choose what to do. And again, to make sure people don't misunderstand or change the statements or continue to FUD, this does not mean that all DeFi on the system is in compliance with a particular regime, or as a DeFi developer, you must follow some design pattern to be in compliance. You as a developer, because it's an open platform, can choose to ignore all laws and all compliance. That's your prerogative with open ecosystems and open architectures. Just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum, anyone who's building an application can choose where they wish to live, in a white area, a gray area, or a red area. It's their prerogative and decision, not ours. All we do as infrastructure providers is build tools and give those tools out to the world as open source software for people to use as they see fit for their business domain. I just don't understand how that's so hard for people to grasp. The existence of these tools is your decision to use or not mine. All I do is just build infrastructure, as are the other 12 companies working on Cardano and the many more companies that the foundation is bringing in. So it's your choice what you want to do. And of course, you have to live with the consequences of the choices you make, where and when these consequences materialize. And if you want to live in a complete red zone, gray area, that's your prerogative. And you just have to accept the consequences of that. If you want to live in a regulated zone, that's your prerogative as well. And you'll have to accept the consequences of that. It's not my concern. And it's not the concern of Cardano, any more so as it's the concern of Bitcoin, any more so as the concern of Ethereum as open infrastructure. But if our goal is to get Fortune 500 companies, government actors, and billions of people to use the product, then we have to accept that they're all going to be using Cardano differently. And that means we have to have a diverse set of partners and tool chains and capabilities for them to use the protocol differently. I think that's a basic concept and in full adherence with the rather libertarian principles of cryptocurrencies in general. Live and let others live the way they desire. Basic stuff, simple stuff. Apparently, the FUDsters don't think so, and apply bizarre standards to us when they completely forget that Bitcoin and Ethereum are already there in that respect. So I hope this clears up some things, and I'll keep making videos if it doesn't. And at some point, you just call a spade a spade. Cheers.